Hey, this is Diabetic Game Guy with my first video for 2022. In this video, I'll cover my plan for this year. For those new to my channel, I was a manager at Amazon for several years, and I'll be using a similar approach here that I used while building my operating plans at Amazon. We'll start with the current state, which is where my business is now. Then I'll look at my resources. Clearly, somebody who's starting out and working part-time is going to have a very different resource allocation and resource plan than somebody who can be full-time with a dedicated team behind them. Once I establish my resources, then we'll talk about the high-level targets, and then finally we'll end on the tangible action items that I will be taking. In terms of current state, I have one active website that generates the bulk of my earnings. I have two sites that are mostly inactive. They're still visible in Google, but they get less than 1,000 page views a month. In 2021, I earned $5,000 in revenue, and I had an operating profit of $3,600. Presently, they're monetized on Amazon and AdSense. In terms of my resources, I'm semi-retired, so I don't have a day-to-day job. I mainly do blogging as a hobby, something to keep mentally sharp, and I like that it earns money for my family to take vacations or trips. Seems like a more effective use of my time than playing World of Warcraft or chess all day. I'll be spending about 20 hours building the blogs. 15 hours will be spent on the alpha side. That's the active side that's currently making the money. I'll be spending about 5 hours a week for my beta side, which I'll be submitting as part of Project Icarus. I'll talk about that more a little later. I'll also be making YouTube videos. I haven't decided how much time I'll be spending on YouTube, but I'm not counting that towards my resources for blog growth because that doesn't really further my gains. In terms of financial, I'll be allocating $300 a month, $100 for Jarvis AI, $20 for hosting and plugins, $13 a month for Canva, and $167 to be determined. That'll probably go to acquiring some articles or upgrading my graphics or maybe buying more plugins. Haven't decided yet. Our targets are 100% year-over-year growth. I earned $5,000 last year. This year I'll earn $10,000. So that's where I get the quote 5-digit year as my target. In terms of action items, these are tangible tasks I will take throughout the year. While goals are something that you hit or don't hit, there's something we call an output metric. Action items are very input based. I can totally control whether or not I hit everything on this list. First, I'm going to move to Ezoic. My EPMV on AdSense is under $3 right now. I believe I can triple that by moving to Ezoic. I'm going to upgrade my hosting and themes on all of my sites. I'm going to publish 365 posts this year. I'm going to relaunch the beta site as part of Project Icarus, and I'm going to publish 24 YouTube videos about my growth this year if you'd like to follow along. In terms of Project Icarus, it's something that Amelia Gardner started, and I'll put a link to her channel in the description. Each year starts a website and encourages other people in her community to start a website at the same time, and then creates a community where we talk about our progress and support each other as we're building up a new site or building out an existing site. I'll be using my beta site as the submission for this, as a lot of people are using older domains this year. So I think it's my way of participating in that without needing to shell out a lot of money to buy an aged domain. Finally, that's it for my plan this year. If I hit all my action items and I hit the $10,000 in revenue, I will be very excited. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, I'd love to hear them. And if you'd like to follow along my journey, love to have you. In any case, see you next time.